I just wake up in the morning and I yell a lot, even though it's way too early. It's fun though. Wake up, wake up, wake up! Wake up, wake up, wake up! That's right. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and I also have my cell phone in my pocket for some strange reason. All right. Anyway, back to that. So, as I said, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Thank you for getting up way too early with Garage Gym Life. I have been looking at the comment section in the live chat, and Letha is correct. Some of you guys are up way too early. It is so awesome each and every Friday when I come on here to see you guys already up and waiting for the show to start. Now, I don't think that you actually are sitting there staring at your screens. If you are, we can look into some counseling for you. But it still is something that I appreciate, knowing that so many of you guys get up well before the show starts and you are waiting for the show, waiting for me to come in here and get active. So I really, really do appreciate that. Now, for those of you who are watching for the very first time, welcome. Thanks for giving us a chance. You stumble across us. I want you to know that you have stumbled across something special. This is a show that is dedicated to talking about fitness-related content from a home gym perspective. So everything we talk about is going to have something to do with working out at your house, okay? And we have a lot of fun. We get your live reactions to the topics that we bring up, and it's something that's truly unique, and I appreciate you giving it a chance. What I need you to do, though, is hit the like button and hit subscribe for me, just so that we can continue to help the show grow, continue to get the word out to more people like you who might need to discover this show. Because I promise you, once you start watching it, you're like, oh, this is kind of cool. If for no other reason, I'm John Greaves III, and if for no other reason, you're gonna like it because of this.
Uncle John is phony.
Phony? That's right. Uncle John is funny. All right. I do the best I can to keep you guys entertained. I'm the co-founder of Garage Gym Life, and we are on our way to 70,000 subscribers. So you can help us out by once again clicking that like button, hitting subscribe, and if you really want to go the extra mile, share the video with somebody and tell them, hey, you really need to wake up early and watch this dude. He yells a lot, but he's still fun to watch. All right. Now, one other thing I need y'all to do for me is make sure that you let me know if for some reason the sound goes out. Like I told you guys, we are doing Operation Get a New Mic for John, and need to find somewhere else for my Osmo. Operation Get Another Mic for John is in full effect, but we have not arrived at that time yet. We haven't got the funds all raised for that. So you guys need to let me know if the mic goes out, because I won't know if y'all don't tell me. Because as far as I'm concerned, the mic's working fine. I see like the little dots next to the microphone tells me it's fine. What it doesn't tell me is if my primary mic goes out and it switches over to my CenterCam mic. Okay? So I'm depending on you guys to help me out. All right, now, what's on today's show? In the first hour, we're going to have news and other things. And then at 6:15, slight program change. At 6:15, Corey Sanchez from On the Warpath. You guys may remember him. He came on here, and we had a lot of fun where we got Corey to try to identify some home gym products. He does not work out. He does not have a home gym. So he represents most of the people we know outside of our community, right? And he is back because we're going to talk to Corey. First of all, I have some questions for Corey. Because he doesn't work out, he doesn't have a home gym, he's the perfect person to ask why it's so hard for people who don't work out and who don't have home gyms to buy Christmas gifts for those of us who do work out and who do have home gyms. Because, I mean, literally, that's all we talk about, right? That's literally all we talk about. So if that's all we talk about, you would assume that you could buy us something that has to do with a home gym. And you should be able to find that with just a simple Google search, right? So there you go. All right. What, Mike? Man who parks in gym. Hey, what's up, man? He says, what mic are you planning on getting? I actually I'm thinking about getting a condenser mic, maybe a carotid, but I want one of those mics that comes up and like comes down and it's like here, right? So it's a nice shotgun mic. But I don't have a specific brand picked out yet. I just know we got to do something better than the mic we have now, because the connector in the back is going in and out. And that's why I said I need to, y'all. But then when it goes out, when it goes out, my CenterCam mic takes over, and you can hear it, but it just doesn't sound as good. And then last week when I was listening to the video, it was there were places where my voice was muffled because this mic isn't as sensitive. Anyway, so like I said, 6:15, Corey Sanchez from Warpath is going to join us. Because he's going to serve. I'm going to make him answer for everybody who doesn't have a home gym and who doesn't work out, who buys horrible presents for those of us who do work out and who do have home gyms. Then at 6:45, we're going to have Recliner Rage, and I'll tell you guys why I'm mad this week. I'm not really mad this week, but, well, you'll see. You'll see. And then in the second hour at 7 a.m., from 7 to 8, we're going to catch up on a lot of the topics that I couldn't do last week because of the roundtable, including helping you guys, these you procrastinators who still haven't bought a Christmas gift. We're going to try to help you guys out, help you find some Christmas presents for the home gym owners in your life. If they don't work out, they don't have a home gym. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm a tie. I don't know. I really don't know what to help you with. But if they got a home gym and you're trying to get a gift for them, we're going to try to help you narrow down the stuff that you can get them. Okay. And the show is going to be a little bit shorter today because I have one of Naomi's gifts arrived, and I have to go out and get it to the lady who does the gift wrapping. And I know what you're saying. What do you mean the lady who does the gift wrap? I don't wrap gifts. I don't wrap the gifts. Okay. I don't do that. You got to know what you're good at. And that's not one of the things I'm good at. So I have somebody who is sworn to secrecy. Not only does she wrap the gifts, but sometimes I'll hide the gifts over there because Naomi's a detective. I hide the gifts over there. And so I got to, anyway, so we're going to end the show a little bit earlier than normal because I got to get over there and get them to her before her drop-off cutoff. But anyway, that's what's going on. So let's go ahead and see who is in the comment section. Start up at the top. First in the building. This is unusual. My man Carp from Carp's Gym 1204. That's right, midnight. Carp said, yep. Now, I refuse to believe that Carp is still awake. Okay. If he is, something's going on. All right. Are you in distress? All right. But Carp was technically the first one in the building. And we all said, though, if you come in like at midnight or something like that, it only counts if you're actually still watching the show. So if you're actually watching, Carp, then this counts. If not, you weren't first in the building. What's up? Ashley the Amazing says, good morning. She came in at 4:26 this morning. Now, I do believe that Ashley's up. Okay. She's an early riser. Okay. So there she is. 332. What's up? My guy Carlos said, you know you did something right when your friends are waiting at the starting gate. Let's go. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah, what's up, man? Colonial Barbell Club says, let's go, man. You know the deal. I'm ready. I'm amped and ready. I told you got a balance and grace coaching. Good morning, Letha. She says, good morning. Some of y'all are up way too early. I'm telling you. That's the vibe of the show. This is for early risers. Let's see. My man Trevor, T-Dog19 said, let's go. What's up, man? And let's see here. Home Gym Gaines, who's technically up way too late because he's in Japan, said Carlos is once again referencing something only boomers and millennials will know. He's referring to Carlos said this is a chain letter, talking about the live chat. Yeah. That was my generation. Hey, Rex Peckinpah, what's up, man? I met you at Home Gym Con. Can't wait to see you again. And I know he remembers chain letters. What's up, Rex? He says, I am here. Can't believe it. Dude, is this your first time catching the show live? I don't know. But regardless, it's great having you here, man. It's awesome. My wife, Naomi, who I knew was awake because I just talked to her. She says, good morning. Good morning, baby. And Matt Welch is here. Good morning, USA. He says, hope you're all doing well. So let's go ahead and we're going to pause right there. We're going to pause right there in a good way because I have got to do the first screen share of the day. So you know what that means. First screen share of the day. All right, that's right, because Matt got a world record. All right, so you guys may remember that last year, Matt was trying to break the natural strongman record for 90 kilos and under. All right, and he wasn't able to get it, but this year he was. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull that up. He shared it with me on Instagram. Here we go. We kick that sound on.
I said, come on, mate. Come on.
It's locked in.
61 pounds.
Come on.
Andy.
Come on, Big Matt. Let's go. And that's how you do it. And let's check that out. All right. Actually, let's see. I wonder if I can zoom in.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, let's check that out one more time.
Come on.
It's locked in.
Look at this dude. Here we go.
Come on, Andy.
Put your back into it, Matthew. That was phenomenal, man. I'm so proud of you, dude. Matt worked really hard. You know, I remember when he missed that, and he was trying to live stream it. His plan was to live stream it, but he wasn't able to because, you know, if you don't know, strongman competitions end up being in places a lot of times where there's not really good internet service, and you got to have internet service in order to live stream. Got to have internet service of some kind, right? So I wasn't able to watch it live, but I really appreciate him sharing that, and congratulations on getting that record, man. Now, let's see here. We do have I don't know if Jared's watching right now, but I know Jared Martin had a grip competition, arm lifting competition last Saturday, I believe. I haven't heard from him, and I haven't seen him post anything about it. So I'm going to shoot him a text because I want to know how he did in the competition. All right. So we got our guest backstage. All right. So I'm going to take a second and we're going to come back and we'll do the rest of the news and the question of the day after the segment with Corey. But I know Corey's on a tight time schedule, so I don't want to keep him waiting too long. All right, so let's go right into, we got to play our guest theme, all right? Warm welcome for Corey. Get yourself, time to get Sanchized. What's up, man?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Can't complain.
You don't sound like you're awake at all.
Well, I'm awake, but I found out when I talked to you on Tuesday, I got the flu, so I'm
Look at
recovering.
This dude.
Yeah, so
you got the flu. So, okay. So hold on. This is a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
So first of all, and the correct answer to this question is no. Are you going to work?
No, sir.
Okay, good. So the gift is you ain't going to work, so we don't have to rush you off.
That's true.
Curse is you sick.
That's true.
And
that is true.
I mean, well, you're the boss. I was about to say, but we can't have your boss seeing you like doing live streams. They're like, hey, you healthy enough to get on the internet.
No.
But
they're nowhere. They don't know this is buried somewhere. Although I know you rise I know you rising. You got like 1.5 million viewers and everything.
It's not quite
but
like that. Not quite like that at all. There's only 423 of us watching right now. That number will go up. That number will go up. That number will go up.
Like my blood pressure.
What I'm saying though is you don't have a boss that's like you got to report to, but I guess you kind of do. So.
Yeah, I do, man. I work for the government. What are you talking about? Yes.
Okay, yeah. So we gotta keep. So all right, dang, Corey, just your presence has taken us from 420 to like 711. Okay, so all right, I understand. I recognize your status. All right, everybody watching, keep this on the hush. Don't let anybody know Corey was on here. Okay, we gotta keep it. We gotta keep it. It's a secret, man.
Ain't no secret. There's no secret on the internet. We know that. It's like Sharon Moore. That's like Sharon Moore. If he could keep secrets, he'd still be the coach of Michigan, right?
Hey, if he was thinking clearly, he wouldn't have done what he did. So
that's probably the problem. He was looking clearly, and he
wasn't thinking clearly enough. But look, don't distract me. We got questions. We got to get to the bottom of this. So, when we were talking about this earlier this week, I was like, you're the perfect person to ask this question. Why? As someone who's gotten a lot of gifts from people who don't work out, but who know I do, why is it so hard for y'all to buy gifts for us?
Because y'all are in a niche area, and then y'all are expensive as all get out. As I realized, doing a little bit of research, I will not lie, I did research this morning.
Oh, look at them, all prepared. He researched.
Yeah, I did do research.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I just saw your headline. Why does your headline say not a home gym owner?
Is there a lie? Is it a lie in that, John? Come on there.
Because normally people put like their YouTube channel or something like that. But,
their YouTube channel's right here. Like the YouTube channel's right there. Okay. There you go, logo right there. See, there you go.
He's prepared. Got it right next to
you. Look, I've been at this game for a little bit.
Once again, I understand. Okay. Hey, look. All right. So Carlos said there's 711 watchers and your boss is one of them.
That's true. That's true. 7-Eleven is good. 7-Eleven is good. I do like. I like a good Slurpee, as you can tell. I don't know. Is a Slurpee like something y'all use up in the home gym or something? It sounds like something. It sounds like something that y'all would use to get the lactic acid out of your legs and muscles and stuff. I don't know.
Slurpee?
Yeah, Slurpee. That's what's it.
So I will tell you, first of all, Slurpee is a 7-Eleven product.
It's true.
But I grew up in Maryland, so I know what that is. So for those of you who did not, he's referring to a slushie. Okay. So a Slurpee is highly underrated. And I will tell you that I have done a pre-workout. Yes, I took the slushie and I put pre-workout in my slushie. And yes, I was at the at the gas station, the convenience store. And I was like, excuse me, I just need to buy it. And I put it in there, mixed it up, and it tasted phenomenal. Okay. So I don't care if all of y'all judge me. That was a moment in my life that I'm never going to regret. And I've
got all those bad dyes and everything up in there, bro. What you doing? You killed the message.
You drove something that emits fossil fuels. Right? Not that I really care about fossil fuels. My point is that slushy or Slurpee is the last thing you got to worry about. And depending on what neighborhood you are in, that's also the last thing you got to worry about. If you look, that's the last thing you got to worry about surviving. Okay, but I digress. So hold up, you see. So Carlos said Ices in Texas. Okay, so in Texas it's Ices.
Yeah.
Over there in the UK, pre-workout Slurpee. Now, okay. Always one. This is a family show. Okay.
Yeah, that was very paused. I thought that was a very paused moment when I saw that.
It's called that.
So, yeah.
Okay. See, Matt. All right, look. Now you're gonna make me do this, okay? All right. This is the second screen share of the day because of Matt, because he don't believe the junk I say, okay? So right here, I don't know what that is, but right here, Slurpee, right there, okay?
Slurpee.
And these are the flavors, right? And it comes out and it looks like that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Matthew. All right. Don't make me regret celebrating your dang world record deadlift on here. Okay. I will go back and I will edit out that footage from my show. What?
I do have a question though. He's tattooed Saiyan. Which Saiyan are we talking about? Talking about Goku. We're talking about Vegeta. We're talking about Trunks. Nobody really cares about Gohan until recently. Got to figure out what Saiyan he's talking about.
You know, I will say, first of all, I hated Dragon Ball Z.
Whoa. That's so why you got to start the morning with violence?
All right, Corey, you got to remember, and we're already off topic. But
I know.
But don't you worry. I got my list right there. Okay, my list of questions right there, and we will go right back to it in a second. But I'll say, remember, I'm older than you, right?
That's true.
So by the time Dragon Ball Z came out, I was accustomed to a different kind of cartoon. And so when they brought out Dragon Ball Z, and it's a 30-minute cartoon, 20 minutes of which is actual cartoon, because at least 10 minutes is commercial. And they'll go to commercial. The fight's about to start. Then they go to commercial. They come back, and the dude is still powering up. They still ain't fought yet. All right. And in fact, sometimes about 50% of the 20 minutes of actual cartoon is spent with him just standing still, doing nothing, and warning you that by the time he gets ready, it's going to be something. And you just watch him they're just standing there doing nothing. So I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, you just explained Vegeta. No offense to Matt, but you just explained what he was going to do all the time. He hasn't. That more mess has been created by Vegeta in that whole series than anything. So,
First of all, are you taking notes? I mean, I
no,
know
I'm not taking notes.
but
You always have to take notes because you talk about you sitting there and you do it like people. You just explain people warming up sometimes. You sit there if you're watching people in the gym sometimes. I'm getting ready to crush this workout. I'm going to pour my pre-workout in this Slurpee, and I'm going to do this.
That happens before you get to the gym.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's like wrestling, right? You just sitting around and say what you're going to do, and then you go to a commercial break.
Your entrance music? No.
Yes.
No. Actually, people who don't do anything, they just sitting on the bench talking. Those are the people that get on our nerves and got us to start having home gyms.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I can't do this anymore, right? So let's see. Hey, Dustin, I'm sorry. I hated Dragon Ball Z, man. I like cartoons where something happens. Okay. My wife said this is starting to spiral. I knew it was going to happen when Corey is an author of chaos. He brings chaos everywhere he goes.
That's not factual. That is not factual. That's okay. It's semi-factual, but still,
Okay.
I mean, hey, we got time to spare. We got time to spare, right?
All right. First of all, so you said we're difficult to shop for.
Yes.
And I will say, I understand that, but I will also want to point out that all we talk about is home gym stuff. That's literally all we talk about. If you sit still long enough, we'll start talking about our home gym. So to me, that makes it easy because all you got to do is, here's a cheat code for those of you. All right. Anybody who's watching, right? Around Black Friday, you go to somebody who got a home gym and you just say, hey, so what are you going to do any Black Friday shopping? And then the person's going to start mentioning some junk that you won't know, right? But you just pay attention to the companies he mentions. And then that's where you go look for the stuff. Like, obviously he likes stuff from that company. I mean, at the very least, you get him a gift card. Why is it so hard? Are you right?
I got a lot of stuff. Hold on. You telling me I got to sit here
and pay attention to somebody.
You, and then you already just criticized me for taking notes and everything. So if I
didn't ask you if you're taking notes, I didn't tell you
what you did. It was kind of had a little vitriol behind it. So one, you gonna criticize me for taking notes, but
you were taking notes because I wanted to make sure you weren't like writing a note to your wife, like or writing your grocery. Like, are you paying attention? That's what I want.
Of course, I'm paying attention. Why would I be writing a note about the grocery list at 6:15 in the morning? Well, it's 6:25 now in the morning. Why would I do that?
You could be writing a note to yourself like, when we get done with this, I'm gonna make sure I need to do this. I just want to make sure you were still paying attention.
I'm going back to sleep.
All right. All right. What did you find in your research?
Y'all are expensive, man. Y'all are expensive. I'll get out. I actually had the thing here and I lost it because I had to reset my computer.
I told you that you could just share your screen, but
man, I had to reset. I had to reset some stuff. So what is this?
I don't know.
I thought this was like some. I thought this was for horses. The bridle straps. I thought this was something like you get some
Bridle strap?
bridle straps or whatever.
You mean
that
like stirrups?
I guess what they call. Yeah.
Oh, it's like a it's like
Yeah,
a D handle.
yeah, something they're like made out of leather, and you can like hook them and everything. I got hold on, Gmo Christmas. Now you got me doing work. This is what happens.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Because
So,
actually,
I want to say,
I did not use Allen Iverson for this. Okay, just to let you know, because I know that was one of your questions. Did I use Allen Iverson? I did not.
All right, I'm gonna share my screen. Is this what you're talking about? Because I think this is what you're talking about. All right,
these are like $39.
You talking about this?
Yes.
All right, so
Yes.
so what that is, that's to do like tricep press downs. You put your hands in it and you do the press downs. But I'm proud of you because you ended up at, well, you may not have been specifically on his website, but that was belt fed strength. And
Yes, it is belt fed strength.
Fellow Marine, it is?
Yeah, it was.
Look at that. Corey had belt fed strength on a Google search. Okay.
Yeah.
So fellow Marine also, shout out to him. But
shout out to Quantico.
That's an outstanding look, man. I gotta say, I actually didn't expect you to find something like that. That's why I didn't give you any guidance. I said I just want you to Google and see, and I just wanted to see what you came up with. Well, wait a minute.
What you were going to do?
That's only like $59. That's not even expensive. That's not even that much.
See what you were going to do.
That's $25.
What you were going to do? You were going to sit here and thought I was going to go the lazy route and go AI. I did not. I just went and Googled. I said gift ideas for home gyms.
Yeah.
That's all we got to do. That's all you got to do. I found some other stuff. Actually, it was
I mean, I'm so first of all, you started off pretty good. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
You know what I know, right?
Okay, hold up. Look, Matt, this is a family show. We're not on the wrong strap site. All right. Belt fed strength. That's where
that's
we are.
That's such a Vegeta fan comment too.
Okay.
That's such a Vegeta fan comment.
So belt fed strength. So that's a solid entry. And it's only $25. You said we were expensive. That's $25.
Yeah,
that's like Secret Santa prices.
Yeah. Also, I found this too.
What else?
What's this called? A glute guider. This is one of the more expensive things.
A glute guider.
Yeah, it was from Surplus Strength. I don't know what it does.
That's legit. Okay, that's legitimate. Okay, so Surplus Strength.
Yeah,
the glute guider. Okay, let's
glider. Which they all have terrible names. I'm just saying they
okay. I
all
know
have questionable names.
When you said glute glider, I know what that is. Hang on, I will show it. Most of the people watching already know what it is because there are a lot of companies that have this, but Surplus Strength is a legit company. In fact, shout out to Jason. That's a good dude, man. So what this is for, Corey, is you put your feet on this. Okay, see what thing is? You put your feet on that, and then it works your hamstrings. So, for example, Jaden Daniels needs to be doing spending some time on this.
He needs to work on that in his elbow too. But
that's the bridle strap that we just looked at. Okay,
I'm trying to fix our quarterback.
I appreciate that.
I don't know what in the ham sandwich I'm doing, but I can fix our quarterback.
Look at that. But you're doing okay. Okay. So that's basically what you do and then you pull it. You basically your legs are straight. Then you bend your legs and it works your hamstrings. So that's actually and it's also from a legitimate company. Now it's a little bit more expensive than the first thing you mentioned, but yeah, okay, it's not bad. This is $135 right now, shipping calculated at checkout, made right here in the USA in Nashville, Tennessee. As a matter of fact, I have actually been to their facility. Like I said, Jason's a good dude, so yeah, okay, you doing okay?
Yeah,
you're doing all right, Corey.
Yeah.
I actually am. And here goes Carlos. There's always one hater. He said, "Oh, look, a flat dolly." Yes, you could also just get a flat dolly. It's not going to be as durable, Carlos. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, he got a point though. Like, why am I spending $135 and get you a cheap flat dolly from a grocery store or something?
Because we're gonna know. Okay. All right.
Here we go.
Because if I was buying it for myself, I'd probably
Uh-huh.
just get a cheap dolly from the grocery store. But because it's a gift, you can't buy a flat dolly. That's
do?
like just like okay, if you want to give somebody cologne, you could give them actual. If they buy it for themselves, they might buy like some Axe body spray or whatever, right? But you need to buy them some Ralph Lauren, right? If you're buying it for them, you don't buy them high karate. That's some junk they would buy for
That's what
themselves
you
if they
go to
broke.
TJ Maxx and Ross for. You can get this high.
You don't buy cheap cologne for somebody else. You buy cheap cologne for yourself.
You don't. You can buy cheap cologne for other people.
And no, Carlos, you cannot just engrave gym equipment on it. You cannot engrave gym equipment on your furniture dolly, and that fools no one.
I like this guy. I like this guy. He's smart. Yeah.
Carlos, why don't you go ahead and you subscribe to on the Warpath on YouTube, and you can be Corey's friend, okay? Since y'all getting along so dang well, okay?
I like Carlos. But there you go. I got, and this is something I challenge you to do. This is something that you should do. You need to do this next year because there are a lot of your home gym compatriots out there that do these top 10 lists of things that you could gift ideas for the holiday season. I encourage you to do that. I think it would be excellent.
I am doing it. I'm doing an entire show on it.
When?
Right now. You in
right
it.
Now. Oh, okay.
Look at it.
But just you gotta condense it though.
Step one, well, no, this is a multi-layered problem. I'm being thorough. Step one is to get your relatives, because first of all, those of us who are watching the show, we know what we want, okay? But the problem is our relatives don't know what we want.
Wasn't Mel Gibson in a movie like that too?
Yeah, probably. But I'm just saying that step one is to get them to understand what we don't want. But you actually did well, because I had low hopes based upon our conversation. I had low hopes, but I could tell you in the education field, because you did some research and you came up with something.
See, that's the second time you've underestimated me when I've come on here.
I apologize.
And I'm hit. Last time I hit a couple of singles, a couple of doubles. I got us in scoring position. I just need somebody to just get me around home. This time I hit a dinger. I hit a home run.
It surprised you to know that this is one of the top selling items for home gym owners.
It's a family show. It's a family show.
It keeps selling out, Corey.
It's a family show.
You can get two of them.
Yeah.
It comes in multiple colors. You can get it in purple. Stop it. All right, look. Here we go. I'm going to show you what it is.
Oh, gosh.
So, okay. So before, I'm about to say, I'll show you what it is before I show you the colors that's available in. Because that's probably going to be better if I do that.
Oh, gosh.
All right. So here we go. This is what it's used for. All right. So there you go. You recognize there you go. See that?
Bro, when did you get Westmore up in your gym?
Oh, there you go. I'm going to say until proven otherwise, I'm stronger than Westmore.
I promise. I don't know.
I'm definitely better looking.
See that?
I'm trying to show you what you use this for.
See
that? It's a handle so you can do single arm. You've seen tricep work or whatever, and you do kickbacks and all that. And those are just a few of the reasons that you can use this. All right. And as I said, you can get it. Let's stop that for a second. All right. And it is available over on this website right here. It's my guy, Matthew Porter. And I say it's one of the top selling. He actually keeps on selling out of these. And they are available in black, as you see here. We actually have two. Then
blue,
yeah. Thank you. I was about to say blue. My wife calls it a different color, but that's blue. All right, yellow. Yeah. Let's see right here. Now he also has accessory, so you can put like a little leather pad at the bottom to cushion your hand and all that. So cushion your hand. And those pads are available in Fleck. There's a lot going on. All right.
Yeah, that's so.
But that's but that product, this product is $90 for each one, right? So there you go. Deal. And look right here, Rex said, "I love the Eclipse grips I have." Now I will tell you, when we were traveling from Vegas back to here, my wife had one of these in her luggage, and it did not get through TSA without questions. I will say that. All right. But we took it with us, and we're like, we're gonna show it to somebody. Yeah. Anyway,
Woo!
it was a moment. Yeah, see, there is, right? She said it's a hit when you're going through TSA. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
Hello, Mrs. Hello.
Hey, you need to subscribe to her YouTube channel too. It's her name, Naomi Greaves.
Okay.
Stuff. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. See, Trevor says they come with a leather option as well. All right, Carlos said Trevor's not helping, but I'm telling you, it's actually a very popular product. All right, so I tell you what, we're gonna do the question of the day while you're on here, Corey.
Okay.
Now I know I got more time, but we'll do that in a second. But I'll tell you this that you will probably like. So let's say, as I'm trying to help you, you got your paper and you got to take notes now. I'm trying to help you. Let's say the person you're trying to help or you're trying to buy a gift for has a home gym and they're into the NFL. You see how like it intersects?
Mm-hmm.
Intersects with what you do and what I do. All right, that's what I do. I bring people together. All right, what you can then do for them is you can get them this product from Rogue. All right, see here. You want to go to Rogue Fitness NFL.
Okay.
And it's still right there. All right, so now I'm going to share my screen. And, of course, you know which team we're going to pick. We're going to scroll all the way down to the good guys.
Okay, yeah.
All right, and now you can get barbells and bumper plates with your team logo on it. So you can get, so this is a bar for dudes. This is a powerlifting bar. It's the Ohio bar. You also get the Ohio Power Bar, which is slightly different. But see, it's got the Washington Commanders logo on it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see that little knurling on there. That's what people, we don't care about. We care about that, okay? Then there's the Ohio Power Bar, right? It's got the Washington logo right there. It's also got Rogue on there. I personally would probably just go with the other one. I'd go with the one I showed you first, because if I'm gonna go Washington logo, I'm gonna just go for that. I'm going.
I like it.
All right, and then they got something for the ladies because women like Washington Commanders as well. So they got the Bella bar, and that says Commanders on it. See, so there you go. So these are options, and you can get it. You can get it in any of the other teams if that's the way you want to live your life. All right, so there you go. I know we got at least one Eagles fan who watches my stuff, so I'm just saying it in case
no comment
he's watching. Especially since we're gonna play him on
tomorrow.
Play him on yeah, that's right. I forgot today's Friday. Yeah, which is crazy because that's when my show is. Anyway, at least I made it to the show though. So I forgot what day it was, but I made it to the show. That's all that matters. All right, that's all that matters. You don't need to know whether I just wake up every morning and just do the show, start the show just in case it's the right day. Don't worry.
I think you've been up for about 2 or 3 hours since. Yeah.
I've been up for a minute.
Yeah, I can tell.
So Rex said, yeah, they give you a lot of options. Exactly. There you go. So I figured that. So that now let me ask you this: that was $395. Is that too expensive for a home gym gift?
Is that a serious question?
Yeah. I
ain't married to you. I ain't married to these people. My wife ain't got no home gym.
What's your cutoff for a home gym gift?
$50.
$50. I mean $50. Okay.
$50. You gonna get a gift card? You get your gift card, and it'll help you cut the price on something. I mean, 50 out of $500. That gets you closer to it. So
that gets you closer to it. Hey.
Yep.
Okay. This is what we deal with, Corey. This is why every year we're like, why did you give me this when you know what I'm in? Okay. All right. So basically what we need to do is just do a better job of letting our friends and family know about gifts that are $50 or less.
Yeah, gift cards. Just say gift cards. Like, just say, hey, this is website,
I mean, okay. So a gift card is a solid option.
Yes.
It is a solid option. You can give me you can go to PRX Performance, you can go to Bells of Steel, you go to Fringe Sport, Rogue Fitness, they all got gift cards. Okay, so that does work. That does work.
Limit the risk. Limit the risk.
I'm just saying, Corey, $50? You can't nudge that up a little bit? What okay.
51, got you. 51.
What about Etsy? Because you know you can do the same thing on Etsy.
No, and that's, you mentioned this too. Etsy has a lot of good things that you can brand your home gym with. Like, so if somebody had your logo or something, like your logo right behind you, we could do that, blow it up.
Get on Etsy.
Yeah, get that on. Etsy is a great place because that's where I saw some things. You know, some branding, some perfect.
I do that by every time I'm on Toothpick Show, because I told him, I said, I told one day he didn't mention like my channel, and so he asked me a question. I said, well, I think that if we're and I answered the question. I said, that's why I got that. So yeah, shout out to Toothpick though. That's my guy. All right. So we're gonna show you some stuff on Etsy, and these are all good listings. These are all good suggestions. Okay. So here we go. Here's the first one. A weight. This is, it's gonna seem like cheap and ridiculous to you, okay? But I'm telling you that these are valid, viable options. All right. And let's go. Okay. There's nothing wrong with a good old weight plate light switch cover. Because the idea I say is, if you're going to buy something for somebody, it needs to be something that they wouldn't have bought for themselves. And I promise you, most people who have an entrance to their home gym, but they probably ain't got a little weight plate light switch cover. Now, it's only $15. Yeah, exactly. It's a nice little unique thing. What about these? Here we go. There's another one. Let's see if this works without screwing up everything. Muscle wall hooks. Okay. You're looking at me. No, we, believe it or not, we have like 5 of them downstairs, and like we hang up all kinds of, you hang up your sweatshirt on it.
See, this is where I like this. This is my brand.
That's what you well, it's $15.99. Right. Yeah, okay. I figured I could find stuff. It's like, right. You hang your like, you can hang like your jump rope on it. It's like it's actually a lot more it's a lot more useful than you would think. Okay. Yeah.
Now I want to say like $50 is for like the friends. Now family, we might do like 100.
Oh, that's the high. Okay.
Yeah, like let's get that. Like maybe we'll go a little bit hard, but like friends, you know, like it's a varying degree. Like, you know, I wouldn't want my friends spending, you know, more than really. I'm cheap. I like more than $30 on me. So just give me a gift card. Like that. That's how I feel. So
thank you, Carp. He said, remember that. Yeah, I got you 1/5 closer to that gift you want.
I remember. I remember. You're welcome. You got the other 4/5. You got the other 4/5 of it. So you good.
You can get this on Amazon. Wall control hooks. Yes, they're just hooks for a pegboard. How heavy do hooks for? They're not very expensive. But here's something that I think is highly underrated. All right, because again, it's something that they didn't think to get for themselves, right? So if the person got a home gym and it's in a garage, they need a garage door screen, because at some point they're gonna open the door. They're gonna roll the doors up and bugs are gonna come in. Get them a garage door screen. You can get it at Lowe's, you can get it at Home Depot. The one that we got, I'm trying to say, yeah, I think the one that we got, I believe we got it from Lowe's. And of course, if you guys are watching right now, you'd like to get a garage door screen, you can also just click that shopping button that's right there at the bottom of this video, and it'll direct you to the garage
affiliate link
for you. Yeah. Now,
this man paid. Get this man paid over here.
Hey, YouTube shopping. Click that shopping button. There'll be all kinds of stuff there. A lot of products. All right. But yeah, garage door screen. I thought it was underrated until I was trying to squat. And you know, you take a breath of air before you squat, and I inhaled a bug. And I went out and got a garage door screen right after that. So there you go. It's not very expensive. It makes sense. All right. I'm gonna let you go with this one, Corey. And this is just as important as telling you what we do want, is making sure that you do not buy us something we don't want. Okay. I don't care how. I'm just going to show you this and tell you we don't want this. Okay. Everybody watching, take notes. We do not want this. The Squat Magic seems like and every year I make sure I let people know, do not buy me a Squat Magic. I don't even know if they still sell it. Let's skip ahead. All right. You don't even know how to use it. Let's just there you go. Okay. let's just skip ahead. Let's just skip that. We do not need a squat magic. I saw this on late night TV and I immediately made a mental note. Like, don't anybody buy me this.
Oh,
God. Quite frankly, for any reason.
What?
Hey, I see a lot. I've been in a lot of places. I've seen a lot of things. You okay? Are you all right?
Oh, wow.
Drink some water. You okay?
Woo.
I do not want a squat magic. All right.
Oh, man.
You need to see that. You need to see that again.
Wow. What in the world, man? That's just
I was just saying, no shake weights. Like as Trevor said, no shake weight, no squat magic. Just don't do it.
Who thought that was a good idea?
I don't know, but Carp said that's not real. I'm telling you, Carp, in good conscience, I'm not going to give you the link. All right? But I'll share the link to the video for anybody who wants to do that to themselves. Who
are they trying to appeal to with that? Like, could you imagine, like, I don't know, just anybody that's like got thunder highs or a thunder thighs, excuse me, in a
what?
big old
ayahuasca? What?
Big old backside, they would break that thing immediately.
I saw it and I said, this is not what you want to do. This is not what you want to do. So there, I just put the link. So now those of you've been warned, don't go look that up. That's the dumbest thing ever. You're going to ruin your algorithm. But if you don't want to listen to me, I put the link in the live chat and y'all can go watch it if you want to. All right. So Squat Magic, feel free to send me some money for that free bit of advertising. But once again, do not buy Squat Magic. Corey, what's going on with your channel before we let you get out of here?
Eagles. The Eagles, Commanders. I'll be back on tomorrow, and then I'll be at Landover on Christmas. God willing, the creek doesn't rise. So my wife and I are going.
You better be healthy by that time, because that's definitely going to be outside.
I know. I'm hoping. I'm going to take my 7th-month pregnant wife with me, and
fandom, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, we got a little girl on the way, so this
gotta go. Congratulations.
Yep. So our and we already have one, so we got almost.
I'm about to say, who gonna be watching the little boy while y'all out in the day?
My parents will.
I'm about to say, I know you ain't taking him out there.
No.
He's stupid.
It's hard to watch a game with him at the house. I can only imagine if we're out there in the weather like that. So.
Heck, he might fit right in. I mean, with all the noise, it's just sometimes people get crazy at those games. So
I don't really want to put my son around that many cockroaches, Cowboy fans, as I like to call them.
That's right. Good point.
And I married one, but it is what it is. She's a good cockroach.
Actually, whoa. Okay. If y'all never see Corey again, you know why. I had nothing to do with it. But I will say, because this is how I think, right? And all of us think. So have you been watching Hard Knocks?
Yes, I have.
All right, so you saw the most recent episode.
Yes.
Okay. So the dude from the Eagles, what's his name? No, the one who's got the lineman who's got the injured foot.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, I noticed he was in the home gym. Because he was working out, that's like at his house, and he remember.
Lane Johnson.
That's right, Lane Johnson. Yeah, he was in a home gym. I didn't really need to see his feet that close up, but I was like, oh, he's in a home gym. And for those of you who have not seen it, I'm gonna save you the having to go watch it. But he actually uses Rogue and Titan Fitness products, which is amazing to me. Titan is a little bit of a lower budget brand. So, and this dude is an NFL player.
Oh, John just turned his nose up.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I'm not a fan of Titan Fitness. I'm sorry.
Hey, but I will say that play on the Hard Knocks thing, there's a jinx the last couple of weeks. Zach Ertz was the feature athlete.
Oh, yeah.
And then towards ACL. Brandon Aubrey, we love to see it. He missed 2 field goals that probably cost Dallas the game last week.
Standing ovation when he missed.
Yeah, we were putting up the Christmas tree. Yes, don't judge us. Had a lot going on. And
my tree ain't up yet.
Yeah. See, there you go. Good. I don't feel as bad.
On the other hand, Kevin's tree has been up since September, October.
That's sinful. That is just sinful.
He said he's Filipino, and Filipinos keep their tree up all year except for a short break in the summer.
Okay. I'm not going to judge you.
I can't.
I'm not going to judge you.
I did. I was like, what?
Yeah,
So
that's wild. That's wild. But yeah.
Okay. Anyway, my man, yeah, I want you to feel better. We'll
I
get you
appreciate
a
it.
hot toddy or whatever you need to do to get healthy, because you need to be full ready to go for the game.
Oh, I'll be
coming up.
ready. I'm like Randy Moss. I came out the womb ready, mama. That's
Mm,
it. Yep. That's what Randy Moss said. So
I believe you. I
I'm
believe you.
like it. I'm
Okay.
like it. Yeah.
Tell everybody how they can find your channel. I'm gonna put the banner up anyway, but still
Oh
let them know
yeah,
where they
you
can
can
find
find me on the Warpath here on YouTube. You can follow me, Sanchez 405 on all the social media platforms, the X, the Instagram. So yeah, you can find me there. So appreciate it. Been a little lagging this year. It's just been a lot going on. So not excuses, but just life in general. So but I'm back.
you. All right.
Yeah.
Well, man, we're glad to have you back, and I'm gonna tell you, man. I didn't tell you this last time, but you have an open invite to be on this show, man.
I appreciate that,
We love
brother.
having you on, and if you weren't sick, I actually would make you stay on here longer. But then if you weren't sick, you couldn't be on here long.
My wife would kill me because she's getting ready to go to work here in about 10
Oh,
minutes.
you got to go. All right.
Yeah, so and you have an open invite as well too.
I appreciate it.
I know you work
The
ungodly hours protecting Atlantis and the new Underground Railroad and everything that you do.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate it, man.
Hey, where can you tell us where the Super Soldier serum is yet? So
it is in Dustin Payne's basement.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
all right then, bro.
That's where it is. All right, man. Peace out.
Okay. See you. Thanks, John.
Later, man.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. That's my dude, Corey, man. I'm telling you, I love listening to Corey. I love watching this show, so I'm serious. And actually, if you're watching this on replay, shout out to the replay gang. But I am going to set this video as a collaboration between Corey's channel and Garage Gym Life. So if you look on there and you see a subscribe and you're like, oh, I thought I was subscribed, just click it, because then you'll be subscribed to both of us. All right. And he's got some awesome content. Hey, you still watching? Dustin, you still watching? I didn't mean to reveal your secret. All right. The Super Soldier serum is at Dustin Payne's house. That's the truth. It's true. Why I gotta make that up? Why would I make that up? All right. So let's do the let's go ahead. I tell you guys what, let's go ahead and do Recliner Rage, and then we'll do the question of the day when we come back on the other side. All right. So that way we get this knocked out real quick. Let's crash out first. It's the Recliner of Rage.
It's the Recliner of Rage, 'cause he's not happy.
All right, so today's Recliner of Rage is, I'm actually not even mad. All right, this didn't even make me mad. So I told Naomi we need to come up with a name for this one. I don't know. It's the lawn chair of laughter, the sofa of sarcasm. I don't know. So I'll just tell you guys what happened, and then I'll let you decide. So I get emails all the time, just like you guys do, right? I get emails from people inviting me to do this or that thing that has to do, like sometimes that's how I end up as a guest on somebody's podcast. That's how they end up as a guest on here on this show, just whatever, right? So I'm used to it. And I'm going to read an email I got this week, and I'm going to edit out some of the names and the details. Okay. And you'll see why. So here's the email. It says, hello. Didn't have a name because I guess he didn't know my name. Although I say my name in just about every video, he didn't know my name. But all right, whatever. I said, hello. I'm reaching out to suggest person X. We'll call him person X. Hello, I'm reaching out to suggest person X, who is the CEO at XYZ brand. But I'm reaching out to suggest him as a guest for the Garage Gym Experiment podcast. So first of all, I said the what? So I had to read it again. I was like, because you know how like sometimes you're you're reading and not really paying attention, and you're like, wait, did I actually just see that? So I went back and I read the sentence again and said, yeah, I'm reaching out to suggest the person he was suggesting as a guest for the Garage Gym Experiment podcast. So I started laughing because that's where my sarcasm meter got activated, right? Anyway, back to the email. He said, this person could be a great fit for the Garage Gym Experiment podcast by showing listeners how to build a better gym through their product. Then he went on and he lists the benefits of the person's product / service. But the part that he said he was reaching out to suggest them for the Garage Gym Experiment podcast isn't the funniest part, at least not to me. He starts listing all of these benefits, right? The thing is, I was already familiar with the person and the benefits because they had already been a guest on this show. And the email closed up by saying, would you be interested in having this person as an upcoming guest? Let me know. I'll be glad to connect you with him for scheduling. Now, at this point, I reached a crossroads. I reached a crossroad. And I said, I could have. So first of all, I've got the person who he's recommending. I got their contact information. So I could have just reached out to him and said, hey, man, I just want you to know that that dude that you hired to schedule you for podcasts and whatnot isn't doing his research. You probably need to give him a little bit of direction because, quite frankly, the fact that he was on this show would have popped up if that person had done a search, to say, okay, like if you hire me to book you for different shows, I'm going to either ask you or research where you've already been, right? Because that kind of helps me understand what your niche is, okay? But this person did not do that. And I don't do what this person does for a living. I'm just saying that that's what it occurred to me. Like, first, let me find out where you've been, right? Also to avoid this happening. But anyway, so one option would have been for me to just reach out to the person myself and say, hey, man, that dude you hired, he ain't doing whatever, right? But I didn't want to do that. At the same time, y'all know I'm not going to let it slide. So instead, what I did is I hit reply, and here's the email I sent back. Hey, anonymous person whose name I won't use on the show. But I said, hey, I definitely agree that this person you're recommending to me has a unique brand in the space, and I enjoyed learning about it when I had him on my morning show earlier this year. And then I hyperlinked the episode that his client had been on, which I said he could have found with a simple Google search. But anyway, I said, I would love to have him back on to talk about how his brand is growing, how he continues to add value to the marketplace. If you're interested in making that happen, please have the person he's talking about select a date and time from my show's scheduling calendar, and then I shared the calendar link so that they could schedule that person for the show, right? Now, here's what. Of course, I got twist the knife because that's what I do. So I finished the email by saying, however, it seems from reading your email a couple of times that you may have been reaching out to book this person on the Garage Gym Experiment podcast. So just in case that's correct, I copied Jake, the founder of Garage Gym Experiment, on this email thread so the two of you can work together to get this person scheduled on his show if that's what you were actually trying to do. I think Jake's audience would love to hear more from this person, and I'm happy to do anything to connect you guys to help make that happen. Please let me know if I can be of any further assistance. So, Carl said, yeah, already. What's your favorite? Dude, that happens so much when people are sending out product. Like, oh, we love your content and we want to send this out to you. Okay, really? What's your favorite video? Then why are you recommending I do this thing that you know that you should know doesn't fit with my channel? But anyway, yeah, I digress. Now, I will say that the person who sent me the email reached back out and thanked me for actually replying to him, and we had a good conversation. Because he was saying, basically he's trying to stay authentic, trying not to use AI. But in the process of sending out a lot of emails to a lot of people, you end up sending, you kind of end up, you can make mistakes like that very easily. And I say, yeah, that's cool. Ended up being a positive conversation. So that's why I didn't want to flame him, but I did think it was funny. Especially because so many people, brands, whatever, enter this space and they try to interact with us and they don't realize how many of us actually know each other. So I was tempted to actually send a text to Jake and be like, hey man, check out your I just sent you an email. I just copied you in an email, which you might find funny, but then I was like, let me not. I didn't want to go too far. But anyway, yeah. So I just think it's funny because, like I said, they don't realize. I think if a company hasn't been to Home Gym Con, they don't realize that we know each other or that a lot of us know each other. You know what I mean? Like we've got each other's phone. I don't mean like we kind of like we know each other from like we follow each other on social media, but a lot of times we have each other's phone number. Like, we know each other. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Anyway, so like I said, I'm not even mad about it because it made me laugh more than anything else. So you like that? You like that? I agree when I had him on my show. Carlos, how is this instigating? How is this instigating? I'm the victim. I am the victim. How is this instigating? I didn't instigate at all. I kind of like politely showed him that he had made a mistake, but I did it in a way that, it's still connected him to Jake, who he potentially, who he actually did want to talk to. So I actually helped him. I helped him. I brought solutions. Carlos is wrong. I feel like I'm being unfairly persecuted for helping people, but for being a solution for so many people out here in the community. Anyway, look, I had to read your comment to get it. I would say, I want you, while you make home gym content about lifting and getting strong, are you sure you don't want to check out our new flashlight for camping? Exactly. I mean, I grant you, it's not that. So like I had Corey on, and Corey does NFL content. He has an excellent show about the NFL, right? In fact, I'll let you know that Corey and the guy at Toothpick who we brought up are the two people who helped me like learn what I need to know to do this show I'm doing right now. They taught me a lot of the technical stuff that I did, that I do every week for this show, right? But just because somebody is into home gym content doesn't mean they don't like the NFL, because heck, there are a lot of times when I'm in my home gym and I'll have on a football game, right? Depending on what, if it's a Thursday night, I might be in there working out. Thursday night football's on. You know what I'm saying? So there is a connection. I'm not saying like just because it's home gym that's all we're interested in, but come on now. You gotta, there are limits. You know what I'm saying? There are limits. All right. In any case, it is 7:04, so shout out to the Central Time Zone. We're gonna keep the Christmas gift theme rolling. But before we do that, let's let's not do it that way. Instead, I'll just do it at a different spot right here. Yeah, so let's just keep the Christmas gift thing going. What I want from you guys, though, is I'm going to list a bunch of products, kind of like what I did with Corey. But I want to hear from you guys, if there's something that you would recommend. Because, again, the point of the show is for people who kind of like, I don't know how else to call it, but they're procrastinators and they're like, I don't know what to get this person, right? The idea is that by the end of the show, somebody who doesn't know anything about home gym life can watch this show and find a product and say, oh, I'll just get them this, okay? So you guys feel free to throw your suggestions in. I know some of you have already done that, but continue to throw your suggestions in the live chat. And if you're watching on replay, put your suggestions for like, what are some cool Christmas gifts that you would like to get, or that you think that, or that you've given somebody. Is either something, a cool Christmas gift for the home gym that you've gotten or that you've given to somebody in the past. All right. And let's go ahead, and I'm gonna say we're gonna do this. It's gonna be a mixture of either online or stuff you can actually just drive, because I don't know when you're watching this. If you're watching on replay, you know, Christmas is this coming week. So if you're watching it on replay and it's like Tuesday, you don't have a lot of time. You ain't got time to order something online. So I'm also going to tell you stuff that you can pick up locally that would be a good Christmas gift. All right. Let's start out with the question of the day, though, which is, if money were no object, what would be the top 5 home gym products you would want for Christmas? And if you can either put them in the order that you think of them, or the order that you want it. So, like if money were no object, the number one thing I would want is this, like that. And I'll tell you what Naomi and I said. And let me put this right here. So Naomi and I, there we go. I'm trying to post this in the chat there. All right. So Naomi and I have kind of, she's a triathlete. So she said she wants a curved treadmill. So basically like a manual curved treadmill that you run on. And then she said she would love to have an endless pool. So it's kind of like, if you guys don't know what that is, here, I'll show you. It's basically like a treadmill for swimming. So now, again, money is no object. That's why we said it like this, right? So you see these things start at like $45,000. But my way of thinking is, if you can afford $45,000, you could probably afford just a swimming pool and somebody to just maintain your pool. But I mean, there's 65 grand. Yeah, these suckers are expensive. There's another one that's $20,000. It's an affordable, easy to install. Like that's a lot of, I don't know. I'm not into that. The plunge series, 18,000. But again, I said if money's no object. But anyway, so that's what she said she wanted. If money's no object, she would have an endless pool so that you wouldn't have to go somewhere to go swimming. Trevor says he's got to get out of here. Says he's gonna check out the replay again because it's dad time. All right, man. Enjoy your time with your kids, and I'll see you when you circle back around. So Colonial Barbell Club says good swivel carabiners for cable setups. I agree. Now I will say that I actually prefer the swivel shackles from Bells of Steel, and it's not just because I like Bells of Steel stuff. I also think that let's go to the Bells of Steel site, as a matter of fact, while we're doing it. Because the thing that I like about them is that they handle a little bit more weight. Okay. The thing I don't like about them is that they're always out of stock. So let's show you right here. So like, for example, they're on pre-order right now. But you get 4 shackles for $30.99, and it'll stop your cables from twisting, as Colonial Barbells Club says. So they're out of stock on the website, but I believe if you click the shopping button, they're one of the products that I put on the shopping button on this video. So if you click the shopping button whenever you're watching this, they should be in stock that way. Okay. But yeah. And then since we're on the Bells of Steel site, I will say that some other things I like from Bells of Steel are, let's see here. I've had these in the gym, and I'm actually pleasantly, I wouldn't say surprised, but I'm surprised by how strong the magnets are. But I really like these magnetic clamp collars. They come in 3 colors. So you got black, blue, and I guess that's orange. That's how you want to live your life. We got the black ones. You can get them for a pair, 2 pairs, or 3 pairs. And again, that's under $50, which is Corey's threshold. So there you go, $39.99. They're in stock. If you're in the US, they're gonna ship from the indie store, so they're in stock, ready to ship. So that's another one that I think is a cool gift. And then something that I thought we don't have, but because we do we have a similar product, but we don't have it on our rack. But I think that a rack attached storage basket is a good one too, because you literally are think like, how often are you in your home, Jimmy? You got like just stuff in your hand. You're like, I just need somewhere to put this. I need somewhere to sit this down while I do my set. So I think the rack, or you got like miscellaneous stuff that you always misplacing. So like you put your gym chalk in there, you put collars in there if they're not magnetic. Like a rack attached storage basket, if you're trying to get something for somebody that you know is a home gym owner, to me that's an awesome little gift. Doesn't cost a whole lot, and they're gonna appreciate it. Hey, Rex said get a Garage Gym Life banner. Or I'm sorry, no, he said the Garage Gym Life banner is one of his top 10 wants. Hey, I'm telling you, those Garage Gym Life banners, we don't even really sell them anymore because we don't have the Garage Gym Life banners. I mean, because we don't have an easy way to distribute them. Because international shipping is too expensive for us with the volume that we sell. So it's just not cost effective to ship internationally. And I didn't want to make them available only in the US because we have so many people who who support what we do, around the world. So we're still trying to figure out a way to make those banners available again. I thought about just bringing some to Home Gym Con, but I didn't want to. But the reason I didn't do that is I don't want to ever put myself in a situation where I'm competing with the exhibitors, the brands that are there to show their product, showcase their products. I don't want to ever put myself in a situation where I'm competing with them. So that's why I didn't bring my banners. But I tell you what I'll do. Those of you who are going to be at the live show at Home Gym Con, if any of you want a Garage Gym Life banner, let me know, and I will bring them with me. You can either pre-order or you can we'll figure out something, but just let me know if you guys are interested. That way I know if I need to bring any with me, and we just do it during the live show. So I'm glad you actually brought that up. Hey, yeah, we hand delivered yours to you. Ashley says she's got hers. Yeah, we hand delivered yours. And let's see here. Jared says his is on his wish list is best gym in town, all cotton tank top. He said, talk to Brian from Wait It Out. His tank top is legit. Got to me quickly. I mean, be honest with you, best gym in town tank top is pretty easy to do. And it's actually one of those things we could probably do print on demand. I kind of like stopped doing the print on demand stuff because, again, it's another one of those things where it's like, I don't know what the demand is for it. You know what I'm saying? But if there's enough demand, we'll reopen our store and it'll be available, on the channel. The best gym in town banner or the best gym in town tank top that Jared's talking about, Carp. Oh, and by the way, Jared, how did you do in your competition? Your competition from last week? Just put it in the chat because I meant to text you. Yeah. Let's see here. Carp said they're quality banners. I have too. Yes, he does, and I do appreciate it. We got the best gym in town banner. We got the Garage Gym Life banner. So it's basically this logo right here. And actually, you watch any of our videos where I'm in front of the power rack, and you can see the Garage Gym Life banner behind me, and that's what it looks like. It's a 3x2 banner. Yeah, there are. And I made sure when I got it, it's not a flag. I wanted something that would work for somebody who had a garage gym because I know you're gonna open the door, and I didn't want a flag because when the wind blows, if you have a garage gym, the flag's gonna start flying all over the place, and to me it's just annoying. So we got a heavy duty vinyl banner, that we have, and it's heavyweight enough. So the first one has got things to tie it down on all four corners, and then it's heavyweight enough so it's not just going to blow around in the wind. All right. All right. Jared said in his grip competition last weekend, there are 3 events. One went well, one went okay, and one went poorly. Hey, that's all right. That was your first one, though. So congratulations on competing. Congratulations on the successful weight cut. So, hey, that's not bad at all. Shout out to you, man. Of course. So thanks for asking. Hey, I'm telling you, man. Definitely. Kevin, what's up, man? See, like, for example, if Kevin wanted a best gym in town banner, I want to be able to get it to him, but I don't have an easy way to ship internationally to Japan. That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's the thing that, I mean, I know how to do it, but I don't have a way that's cost effective to ship internationally to Japan. But that is definitely something that's on the list of things to do so that we can start putting out. I got a bunch of merch ideas that are related to this show and to go out in the channel in general that I would love to get out to you guys. We just gotta, get to that point. See here. There's something. Oh, well, there you go. So my wife, Naomi, said that she will revisit it to make the make that stuff available. So there you go. Now let's see. I want to go back up because I think we had some other comments about presents. There's one. Yes. Okay. So the Massonomics drink spotter. I knew there was one. So Rex recommended the Massonomics drink spotter, and that actually was on my list of recommendations. That's on here. Let's see if I got it here. Because yeah. So the drink spotter. I know I pulled this thing up. I know I pulled it up. I don't know why it's not showing, but I'll just look it up again. Drink spotter. I literally just looked it up like an hour before the show started because I didn't remember how much they cost. All right, so if anybody who doesn't know what a drink spotter is, this is it right here. Oh, that's one version of it, $59.99, and you mount it on a power rack. You put your drink in it, your shaker bottle or whatever in there. And that way your drink, now you're not just putting your drink on the floor. Because that, I will say that before I made my cup holder, my rack mounted cup holder, which is before the drink spotter came out. One of the most frustrating things was I was looking around for years, looking around for something to put my drinks in the gym because I got tired of putting my drink on the floor in our home gym all the time. And I was just like, man, this is, and I was like, somebody has to make something, right? And then I could never find anything. So we made the one that we have downstairs that you guys see in our videos. And then around the same time, I would say, yeah, after mine had already been made, but before I showed it in any videos or anything like that. And I'm saying that because I want to be careful because I'm not accusing anybody of copying me. Okay. So I had the idea. I was like, oh, maybe I had this cup made. And then I'm like, maybe there's got to be somebody else out there who might want one. So we were trying to figure out how to sell them. And then I happened to be doing a live stream in California. And I got a message from David Dennis, actually, with Gorilla Strength, because he and I have been talking about how to make it so that we can get this thing made. And he saw Massonomics had just come out with the drink spotter. So I kind of like put mine on the shelf, but their product is a good one. So I don't have any issues with telling people just go buy a drink spotter from Massonomics. I think that's a solid recommendation. It's one of those things that's like, I don't think there's any reason for you to have your drink on the floor. That makes absolutely no sense to me. Like, why would you put it on the floor? Let's see. Okay, and let's see here now. Back to what we were talking about. So we're like all over the place. So that was the other thing is, as Corey said, you can also get gift cards. And I recommend gift cards from Bells of Steel, 100%. Because you can get them in increments of I think you can get them as cheap as like 10. Yeah. So the lowest increment is $10. The highest increment is 1,000. So it's 10, 25, 50, 100, 500, and 1,000. So if somebody out there is watching, they're like, what can I get you? Go to bellsofsteel.us, or even better, use the link that's in the video description so that we get credit for it. Go there, and if you want to buy a gift from me, just go to Bells of Steel and get a gift card for whatever amount. All right. Now, let's say you want to just get some Christmas ornaments. I showed you guys this last week. I think this is cool. You can get your Micro Gains Christmas ornament, right? And when I mentioned these last week, did any of you guys buy a Christmas ornament for Micro Gains? Is this something that's on your radar? So you got some options. This is my favorite one. The one with the bench pressing, the guy bench pressing and deadlifting, just because they look a little bit. I mean, they're all wood, but to me, they just look good. You know what I mean? Look at these on the tree right there. So you can buy these from Micro Gains. I believe they're in stock, and they'll go ahead and ship. Now, I don't know if they'll get to you in time, but get you some Christmas ornaments from Micro Gains. What are some other things that you would want? You know, what are some other Christmas suggestions? Keep them coming. I see you guys talking about Garage Gym Life merch in the chat. I'm not going to interfere with that, but yeah, what are some? Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. Carp said, I wouldn't mind having an in-body machine, a sauna, or a DEXA scan machine if money was no object. All right. And he said, and also MTSU Eleiko Chrome calibrated pound plates. Okay. I like that. I like that. Carlos said he would want a leg press, a treadmill, a collapsible sauna, bumper plate set, and the infinity bench. Okay. If money were no object. Because here's the thing, you got to have space for all that stuff. So money's no, because, all right, here's what I'm saying. None of the stuff you said is like really expensive, but I don't know if you got space for everything. So I think you'd have to get a bigger place. So yeah, I get that. Money's no object. I think the most expensive thing in there is like the bumper plate set. But yeah, you would definitely need more room for your setup if you had a leg press and a treadmill in there. The infinity bench stores vertically, so that wouldn't be a big deal. All right, I like that. Carp said we can probably get you a Bastet today. You know what? Look, I'll be honest with you. The Bastet is a solid choice. The Bastet, as BJ calls it, is a solid choice. It's not perfect, but you know, nothing made by man is. And it also depends on what your training goals are, like what kind of training you're going to be doing. So Carlos mentioned to me, he put a comment on my Gator review that out of all of the benches, the infinity bench would actually work best for him because of his height. So that's also a consideration too. So yeah. Rex said, if money's no object, just build an extra garage. If I had, so here's the thing. Yes, Naomi and I have talked several times about actually building a separate building for the home gym on our property. The thing is, our backyard is shaped a different way, right? It's got a weird shape. So it would be tough for us to put a gym back there. So we would actually need to put it on it's kind of like in the front of the house, but on the side. And so that's why we haven't pulled the trigger on it. Because I don't want to have I don't want to build a home gym that's smaller than what we have now. And that's what would end up happening if we put it outside. I would much rather right now her home office is downstairs, right? In the part of the garage. I'd much rather build an office building outside in the backyard, and then she and I could share that space, and then convert the entire garage into a gym. That's my way. So yeah, that's on my wish list. If money's no object, convert the entire downstairs back into a garage gym and build a home office outside, an office out building outside in the backyard. Yeah, there we go. I know Colonial Barbell had the Gator video. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but that is on my watch list. Probably I'll watch it on the treadmill. Jared said if money was no object, he would get a 2-person sauna, some sort of leg press machine, the Brute Force Alpha rack. Shout out to Brute Force. They showed us when they were on. Yeah, they were here on the show a while back. And then a turf strip for sled work. And again, I go back to you'd have to have space for that in your gym. So I think we're factoring. So basically, I'm saying if money's no object, let's just assume that if money's no object, we're factoring in having to build a building, right? We're factoring in having to build additional, not build a building, but factoring in having to, that we have the money for the addition to create the additional space that these things will need. But yeah, and for those who don't remember what the Alpha rack looks like, I'll just pull it up, the Alpha rack, so you guys can see it, because it is what you call a solid piece of equipment. I want to say, all right, yeah, there we go. Now, I don't know, Jared, have you talked to them about whether, well, actually, you know, they did say, he did say that they have all this stuff and they would have it at Home Gym Con. So I would assume that the Alpha will be at Home Gym Con, so you guys can check it out in person. But yeah, you can see that it's a different kind of Smith machine. See the rails angle in. That's not. It just looks good. I am looking forward to seeing that in person. All right, yeah, that's a good pull. Rex said the home office wouldn't require as much space. That's probably an excellent idea. Yeah, and that's the thing. So the only thing is we would need to, like, the cost would mostly come from insulation, making sure we have reliable power, getting the internet out there, and we probably want to. I don't know. It would depend on whether we would put a bathroom out there or if we would just say, okay, well, I'll just get up and go in the house. Like right now, my thought process is just get up and go in the house if you got to use the restroom. But then it's got to, the other thing is we would need to soundproof. So we'd need to divide it. Because, like, okay, I don't know how we got on. Like, I didn't really plan on talking about this, but the design that I have is basically 10 by 10. And each of us would have one side, right? So my office is on one side, her office is on the other side, and then there's a shared middle space. And the reason for that is because we would need to soundproof my office. And the reason we need to soundproof it is because if I'm doing the show and she's on a call, y'all know, I mean, sometimes I'm yelling here on the show, right? And I don't want to disturb her while she's on a call. But that's what we would end up doing. So the soundproofing would be something that would be an additional cost. And then also it would be raised up. So we'd have to make sure we insulate the floor. But it essentially would be like what, like Backyard Shreds. Shout out to Backyard Shreds. The designs that they put for the sheds that they do, it'd be essentially that. And then, of course, you also have to factor in, if it's a big enough building, then you have to pay, in our county, we'd have to pay the cost for an additional tax cost for it as what's considered an additional dwelling unit, or ADU. So our property taxes will go up. I mean, not like astronomically, but they would go up. It'd be enough to notice. So, yeah. Yes, Alpha. He already. Mark said he's already gonna be. Has already agreed that he's gonna be there. And so yeah, so I assume that they are gonna bring that piece. But yeah, that's kind of like what I'm wondering, like if it'll be 3x3 when they bring it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. And Carlos said, I'd love to give the Bastet a try. That would fit with the function. Hey, did you see my comment? Remember, did you see my reply to you? And I said I'm gonna message you when I get off when the show's over. I'm gonna message you, Carlos, so we can talk about that. But yeah, we'll get that going. Colonial Barbell Club said, okay, money's no object. He wants a decked out 4-post Aries. He wants the Phoenix Tower. Okay. An Apex bench. I just saw the Apex bench from Dad Shredded. The Apex bench, surplus strength. I assume that's surplus strength. The Ohio Power Bar, and then nothing but strength co plates. You know what? I always forget about strength co when it comes to plates. But I don't, and actually that reminds me, I didn't finish telling y'all our wish list. So ours would be a full set of dumbbells from 5 to 100 pounds, a curved treadmill, that's Naomi's. So the full set of dumbbells from 5 to 100 pounds is mine and hers together, right? Curved treadmill is Naomi's. Endless pool is Naomi's. A full set of calibrated kilo plates, that's mine. An American Barbell Chewy Bar, and that's also mine. Because I tried the Chewy Bar when we were at the American Barbell showroom in Vegas, and I loved it. So yeah, I would love to have. I'd love to have an American Barbell Chewy Bar. Dustin said, if money's not an object, then pretty much the entire torture line by New Tech, followed up with plates and dumbbells by X Master and weighted out. So I'm not familiar with New Tech, so we're gonna pull that up. I'm trusting you. The M torture line. Okay. I'm like, hey man, I don't know what I'm about to see here. Oh, this is interesting. So let's go ahead and share the screen and show you guys this. This is why I wanted to crowdsource this, because I knew you guys would come up with some cool stuff. So this is the Torture Hack Squat Premium. And I don't know if you were watching last week, Dustin, but one of the things I mentioned is there are a ton of home gym brands that are consistently trying to they're trying to put their footprint in the space of basically equipment for people who aren't strong, right? It's no shade, but I'm just saying, like, they're like, oh well, it doesn't have to have this, doesn't have to have that. I'm like, yeah, well, what about people like you, Dustin, who are strong enough to handle a lot of weight? And so you guys can't buy like some just random stuff that's just gonna feel like you're not gonna feel safe lifting on, right? And so a lot of times people in your situation go and buy like old used commercial stuff because you got to have something that's sturdy enough for you to use. So that's what I thought of when I saw this. So like, this is their Hack Squat Premium, right? Okay. You could tell it's expensive because it just says send a requested for a quote. Let me see what their racks and benches look like. Let's go with racks. So like this stuff looks like this stuff definitely looks like a commercial grade stuff. And the reason I say that is because well, let me see something. Can I zoom in on this? Yeah. All right, so I can't really tell. First of all, it's a Smith machine, so I probably wouldn't be. Let's see, there's just a power rack. Yeah, let's look at the power rack. All right, and let's zoom in. All right, so this looks like commercial grade stuff. I like that the handle angles up a little bit because you're gonna get a much better stretch with a pull-up handle that's angled up. Yeah, that looks solid, man. It looks beefy. I like that. I like that. Um, man, I saw your Chewy bar cart when I was at your house, and you were like, "Yeah, everything's for sale." But I was like, "Man, I don't know." I don't remember why we didn't. Well, first of all, we hadn't planned on purchasing a bar. If you, we could have had a conversation. Did you get rid of because when we went up there, you only had one. You only had one Chewy bar. So yeah, we might need to have a conversation. Kinsey, what's up, Kinsey? Kinsey, you know what? This is actually a good time. So there are some products. We went to. I know we're all over the place today, but I went on Etsy, and I found some. I found some Christmas gifts, and one of them kind of had you written all over it, right? So see if I can find this. Yeah, there it is. All right, let's pull this up right now. Give me just a second. Paste. All right, here we go. All right, Kinsey, this one is I thought of you when I saw this. This is a cat deadlifting. It looks just like your shirt. So it's available in I think it's either as a poster or as a canvas. So that's what it kind of looks like on the wall. And there you go, the deadlifting cat poster. So yeah, anybody wants to get that for Kinsey, you can get it on Etsy. Just go on Etsy and in fact, I'll tell you what, I will, if you want it, I will put the link in the chat for you. You want it? Okay. She said, "Oh, yep, I'm buying that." All right. Here's the link right here. Here you go, Kinsey. I'll post the link for you. Oh, excuse me. All right. So I just posted the link in the live chat. Anybody else want the deadlifting cat poster link? Let me know, and I'll put it in the. If you're watching on replay, let me know. I'll put it in the comment section. Something else that was a present that I think someone who was on the panel last week might like. Jeff, I don't know if you're still watching, but excuse me. If you are watching, I recommend you pay attention because here we go. Hold on, here we go. All right, there we go. So we're gonna yeah. Boom. Now, can anybody who sees this tell why I said this might be perfect? This will be a perfect gift for somebody who was on the show last week. Because I didn't have anything to do with it. I literally just typed in home gym in Etsy, in the Etsy search thing, and this is one of the results that popped up. Is this sign? It says Parents Powerhouse. So if Jeff's not watching, one of y'all might want to reach out and let him know that we found a gift that he could give his wife. Make him feel like a hero. All right, so here's the thing. So yeah, there are companies that home gym can have, but here's the thing. So the companies that I'm not. So let's slide Prime to the side for a second. Rogue Fitness is used by home gym owners, but it's not actually a home gym company, right? They're a CrossFit company, and some CrossFitters have home gyms, but Rogue is not. Heck, you can even ask them, and they're not a home gym. They're not a home gym brand, like in the same way that say like French Sport is a home gym company, right? And then X Master isn't a home gym company either. It's ironic because they go to Home Gym Con, but some of the things that let me know that they're not a home gym company are, for example, their benches don't store vertically. And I asked Will about it. He said, "Oh yeah, well, we kind of like focus on the commercial side." So but I'm not saying that their stuff can't be used in a home gym, but their products are commercial products that you can happen to use in a home gym. But like if I'm looking for a bench, for example, I'm not getting the X Master bench because any bench I bring into the house has to store vertically because I just don't have space. You know what I'm saying? I cannot vouch for Prime because I've never had or even used any of their stuff. I know a lot of people swear by them, but I'm just saying that the two, like Rogue and X Master, are two. I've got Rogue stuff here at the house, and I've seen and used a lot of Rogue stuff, but they're not. They just are not primarily a home gym company. So when I said like the home gym community, I mean specifically Fringe Sport, Bells of Steel, Rit Fit. I don't know, Surplus Strength, right? Those are home gym companies. Weighted Out also, yes. So Weighted Out is really growing and strong, man. Weighted Out is a home gym company. Jeff is the husband side of the husband and wife team that is paired and powered up. So it's Jeff and Parent. Oh, Force USA. So there we go. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good call out. Force USA, Dustin. Yeah. Force USA. I like their stuff is modular. I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm talking about, like heavy duty stuff that I ain't gonna be scared. If the bench, I don't want to be scared if I lay down on the bench that it's gonna collapse under me. The power rack needs to be set up so it's sturdy, but also it's got to be modular so I can put different attachments on it. And power racks that are designed for public gyms aren't modular because in a public gym, you actually don't want people being able to attach a lot of stuff to your power rack because then you end up with people congregating in one spot and you actually want to spread them out so that for the fire marshal purposes, but also to make sure that you get people to flow in and out of the gym without any problems. Whereas in the home gym space, you want to have the ability to attach a lot of attachments to things for the sake of storage and for efficiency in time. So that's just one of the things you see. Nah, man. Nah. Heck, you taught me something. I had never heard of new tech. So we're learning from each other, man. We're learning from each other. All right. Something else. Okay, so there we go. Oh, okay, there you go. So you bought carpet. So you're the reason why I don't have any chewy bars. Hey, what's up, man? Appreciate you being here, though. Appreciate you being here. Let's see here. Carp said with Rogue's new barbell sleeves, the Ohio Power Bar and stainless steel might be a contender again. I already told y'all what I want. If I get a Rogue Power Bar, the Ohio Power Bar, I'm gonna get it with the Washington Commanders stuff on it because, why not? That's my favorite football team. So yeah. All right. So since we're on Etsy anyway, let's go ahead. I'll show you guys a returning favorite because, of course, the number one thing that we want people to know when they come to our house is that we have a home gym, right? And because then we're like, yeah, we definitely want to talk to you about it. So if you haven't bought it, you didn't buy it last year, I'm going to go ahead and throw it on here. So you guys, you get another chance. Get another chance to add this to your life. And that's right, the paper towel, weightlifting paper towel holder. Now, this is not for your bathroom, okay? You already know you got a home gym. This is supposed to go in the guest bathroom. So it's the one that people use when they come over to visit you. That's got to be in there because then that's a segue into them asking you about your home gym. Then when they ask you about your home gym, you can make sure that they know what sort of stuff you're looking for because you got birthday. Everybody watching this has at least one birthday a year, okay? And then you got Christmas. So there you go. I just gave you a segue. So you buy this, put it in the guest bathroom, and then anybody who comes over, they're like, oh, why you got a weightlifter in the back? Hey, because I got a home gym. All right. Then you start the conversation, and maybe that gets them to buy you better gifts at Christmas time. You're welcome. There you go. You're welcome. All right. Let's see here. What else we got? Here's another one, man. And these are all inexpensive gifts. Okay, it's the inexpensive gift. Let's go here. Throw this right here. Wall mounted. There you go. The wall mounted phone shelf holder, right? So I've seen a lot of these rack mounted phone holders, and I don't trust them, because to me, in fact, let's go ahead and pull one up. This is a gift. Definitely do not give me this. All right. Do not get me a rack mounted phone holder for any reason. So you got these. That's actually kind of cool. So that right there. And this one is actually one of the better designs. But to me, it just looks like the phone's going to fall out anyway. This one is actually one of the better designs. This one right here. All right. But I personally don't trust these other, some of the other designs that I see out there. So there's like, because they just look too shallow. Like this right here. And this one definitely. This one, that it looks like if you rack a heavy squat or a heavy bench, like that's just going to fly right up. Like the phone's just going to fly right up off of it. And also, if the phone doesn't fall off, I know you could put a case around it, but I just don't feel like your phone is set up for that repeated vibration from you racking weights over and over again. I just feel like over time, that's going to damage your phone. So to go back to what I was saying, I much prefer the wall-mounted phone holder. And there it is, right? You can hang your headphones on it, and then you just hang your phone, your tablet, whatever, because it's on the wall. So you don't have to worry about it falling off. So that, and it's like $15, right? Maybe 16, 17 with shipping, right? So yeah, that's just what I think. Like, don't buy me something that's going to get damaged easily. You know what I'm saying? Now that's funny. Kinsey said these two salesmen that sold me a Kirby vacuum ended up working out with me in the garage. I got a good discount because I did more pull-ups than one of them. He said I showed him the home gym as soon as I could. I'm telling you, if you come over the house, we want to talk about our home gym. So I'm like, you need to plant stuff around the house, because what if they come in from a door like that doesn't, so they can't see that you got a home gym? You're going to start talking about all kinds of random stuff. Nah, you want to talk about your home gym. So make sure, plant some stuff in the bathroom, maybe hang some stuff around, put some stuff around get you some weight plate coasters or whatever, things like that. And then that way, your home gym's going to come up. They'll be like, yeah, so what's going on with you? And you'll be like, oh, well, I just got, if it's me, I'm going to say, well, we just got in our Synergy Custom Fitness dumbbell rack, right? And that's what we're going to talk about. Colonial Barber Club says they make a makes a magnetic phone case I've used. So I have a question about that. Again, this is me. Maybe this is me being in my 50s, but isn't a magnet bad for your phone? I just, in my head, having a magnet that close to your phone electronics is bad for your phone. Is not bad for your phone? I mean, obviously it worked, but did you notice any issues with your phone, or have you noticed any issues with your phone? I don't know. Oh, he says, who knows? That's not, no, I don't know about that. I can't do that. I can't, my phone's important. I use the phone for work. I can't experiment with that. Ashley says the barn gym is loading. Hey, there you go. That opens up a whole ton of options. And actually, then you guys are going to have a lot more space. So you can actually get some of that stuff in there. That's like that commercial individual station type stuff. So that, yeah, stay tuned. I can't wait to see that. We are all over the place, which is cool. Also, okay, one other thing I mentioned. I did mention this in kind of in passing to Corey, but I was serious about that. If anybody watching this is like, I don't know what to get this person and they have a home gym, what should I get them? I'm going to say to you, all right, do they have a garage? If they have a garage, get them one of these items, okay? Get them a Roku. Like, do they have a TV in there? If they got a garage, do they have a TV in there? If it's a basement, do they have a TV in there? If they don't, I recommend, mostly because we've had one, I recommend a Roku Smart TV. We've got a 32-inch that's downstairs on the wall. We've had it for several years. It's worked great. It links with my phone, so I can actually screen share what's on my phone onto the TV screen and put my phone in my pocket, or we actually have a shelf. So I put the phone on the shelf. It's in my phone's in my pocket if I'm using it to track, because I use it to track my steps. But if I don't feel like being bothered with it, like if I'm squatting or deadlifting, then I put my phone on in a holder. Regardless, the point is I don't have to look at my phone because I can screen share. I can cast what's on my phone screen to the TV. And then I can also connect it to my headphones. So if I'm on the treadmill, I really can't hear the TV if I'm running on the treadmill. So I can connect my Roku to my phone and because it's connected to my phone, it connects to my headphones, and I'm able to listen to whatever I'm watching on the treadmill without having to have it up so loud that it disturbs Naomi. So I'm a huge fan of Roku. We got ours from Walmart. They are available at Best Buy, and obviously they're not the cheapest, but they're also not super expensive either, because for the price that we paid for our 32-inch, Naomi just told me that you can actually get like a 75-inch. So a nice 32-inch is a good size. It's not too big, and it's not super expensive. You can get it hanging on the wall in the gym, and I do not want to go back to the days when I didn't have a TV in our home gym. We literally, almost since we moved into this house, we've had a TV in the home gym, and we watched Pumping Iron multiple times. It's just, I remember when our daughter was a baby and she wasn't sleeping at night. I remember coming downstairs and deadlifting. I put Lord of the Rings on. I watched Lord of the Rings while deadlifting. So yeah, definitely 100% get a Roku. I also linked it. It's another one I put it in the shopping button. That's just to make it easy for you to find. But you can also find it, like I said, at Walmart or Best Buy. Another thing that I 100%, and Carlos agrees, the Rokus are great gifts. They're affordable as heck. I'm telling you, it's hands down the television. Yes, I recommend it for your home gym, but we also have more than one. So we got them we got one in our bedroom, and one in my mom's room, and then we got the one in the TV in the living room is not a Roku, but still, we're about to upgrade that TV that's in the living room, and it's going to be a Roku. So we're huge fans of Roku. And Carlos said, in fact, I'm watching this on my Roku right now. Ashley said, I'm watching this now in my home gym while I train clients. Yeah, I'm telling you, but see, the thing is, it's one of those things that people don't think about when they're setting up a home gym. So it's like something you get them and they're like, oh, cool. I didn't even think about that. You know what I mean? Like, it's like one of the last things you think about, right? But then you're in your home gym and you're bored, right? And it's also a functional piece of gear because you might be doing, depending on how you train, you might be doing a program that's in an app and so, like I said, you can cast it to your TV screen. But even if you didn't, put a game on. Watch the game while you're lifting, or if you work out in the morning, obviously. If it's a Friday, I want you to watch this. But yeah, if you don't have a TV in your home gym, you need to get one. And that's just a brand that I recommend because that's the one that we've used. Also, if you've got a garage gym, specifically a garage gym, I am shocked at how many garage gym owners don't have one of these. Get a garage door screen. They're not expensive. They're not expensive. You can get them with the magnets that, like the one that we have, is easy to take down and put back up. I mean, it takes. I actually time myself It takes a minute. And in fact, I'll link to the video on the channel that's here on this channel where it shows me like taking it down in real time and putting it up in real time. It's easy to put up. You can just put it up and leave it up, but I like to take it down. But in the summertime, it's a game changer. And you can get it with the magnet, like the one I have has a magnet down the center. So if you're doing something like that requires you to go out and in, so that maybe you're doing like a farmer's carry or something like that, it'll open up, and then the magnets will cause it to close behind you. So you keep the bugs out. I think I don't even understand people who have a garage gym but who don't have a garage door screen, because at some point you're gonna open the garage door, and then the bugs are gonna come in. So why let the bugs in your house? Like I was telling the story to Corey, like I was literally squatting and a bug went into my mouth while I was squatting because I didn't have a garage door screen. So you know what I did? I ordered a garage door screen, and then that one fell apart. And now the one that I recommend you can find at Lowe's. And in fact, I will pull it up right now. Here. It's one of those things. It's like, I think it's such a to me, it's such a no-brainer that people don't think about it. You can get a retractable one. You can get the single garage door screen. A good one, the one I recommend is the Fenestrel. And I mean, literally, it seals. It's easy. I mean, it's easy to install now. It's like $80. All right. And as a side note, if you are a veteran, Lowe's gives you a discount for being a veteran. So that's another reason to go get it. But you literally get a garage door screen. If you have a garage gym, or if the person you're trying to buy for has a garage gym, get them a garage door screen. Okay? Just seriously, there's no reason not to. And then if you have a basement gym, then what I recommend you get for that person, if they don't already have one, is a dehumidifier. We've got one that we use because Georgia's humid. Even though we have a garage gym, it's still really humid here. And so when the doors, we'll have the door shut and we use a dehumidifier, and it makes it's at least 10 degrees cooler just with the dehumidifier going. But if you've got a basement, a dehumidifier is a health issue because basements end up with mold because of the moisture. And if you're down there sweating, you're adding to the moisture. So you need a dehumidifier. Costway is a good one. Let's see here. I'll just pull it up right. So the Costway is 32 pint. It handles like 2,000 square feet. And it's got a timer on it. It's got 3 different modes. You can just literally go over to Home Depot and pick one up. But just seriously, if you got a basement, you need a dehumidifier. And those are my recommendations. They're not strictly gym equipment, but there's something that's I would say is like important. And another reason why you need a dehumidifier is if you got a basement gym, you got all these electronics in there, you want to protect the electronics. So I just told you need a TV. Well, you want to protect your electronics, so get a dehumidifier. And I mean, I don't think it makes a huge difference in terms of like protecting your barbells, but the less humidity there is, the less risk of your stuff rusting. So why not? To me, get a dehumidifier. If you got a basement gym, get a dehumidifier. If you got a garage gym, get a garage door screen. If you have a home gym, get a TV. Get a Roku TV. All right? It's just, I don't even know how else to tell you. Just, yes, it's important. Get it. And I know that there's a certain segment of the population that's like, you're not down there to watch TV. You'll be down there too long. It's just go in there, get your workout done, and get out. Okay, whatever, man. Just get a TV. If you want to suffer, go ahead. But I'm telling you, for everybody else, get a TV. All right. Trying to think here. What? Let me check it again here. I'm scrolling through to make sure that I didn't miss any. Make sure I haven't missed any comments. Oh, Rex said, I love Bells of Steel. Andrew and everybody at the indie showroom is awesome. I 100% agree with that. 100% agree with that. Carp said that the Drink Spotter holds coffee mugs. It does. It does do that. I'm sorry, the Drink Spotter Light is his favorite, and it holds coffee mugs. Yes. All right. Kevin, if you are still watching, I have what would you get? Like I don't know if like if you celebrate Christmas, but what do you guys well, yeah, I do. We were talking about Christmas tree. Of course you celebrate Christmas. So what is it in terms of getting home gym stuff for Christmas in Japan though? How tough is that? Like is that because Japan doesn't have like this huge home gym market. So I would assume that anything you get, you have to ship in. So I'm just curious to see how, like, what it is what you're able to get. Some other like stocking stuff for things. Obviously, there's the Bob and Brad D6 Pro massage gun that I showed you guys last week. You know, that thing is, I actually just gave that as a gift to someone, that specific one, and they loved it. They were like, this is like the best massage gun that they've used. So specifically the Bob and Brad D6 Pro, I love it. I used it. I used it at the power. I gave it to a bunch of powerlifters at a powerlifting meet, and they all loved it. So there you go. That's a nice little stocking stuffer gift. That's kind of. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. If there's anything I missed. Oh, all right. Before we go, these are things I don't want. We already mentioned the squat magic. Don't give me a squat magic. I also think the chirp wheel is a bad Christmas gift. It's a bad gift in general. Do not get me a chirp wheel. And everything that I'm going to say that I don't like is based upon me actually using it. So the rack mounted phone holder, that's me just looking at it and saying, I don't know, that looks sketchy. But everything else I'm about to mention is based upon me using it. And the chirp wheel is quite possibly one of the worst things that I bought. I bought a chirp wheel because I watched the commercial. It fooled me. And I was like, oh, yeah, the chirp wheel is great. Get the thing, gets to the house, and it literally is just an overpriced yoga wheel. If I had to do it all over again, I would just have gotten a large diameter PVC pipe. I would have gone to Home Depot, Lowe's, somewhere like that, and just gotten a large diameter PVC pipe, or just get an actual yoga wheel, because that's all a chirp wheel is. But I'm talking about large diameter PVC pipe is about the same diameter as the chirp wheel, and it's the same thing, man. There's no reason to spend that much money on a chirp wheel. Get a rumble roller. I have a rumble roller downstairs. About the same, give me the exact same benefits as the chirp wheel. It was literally a waste of my money. I'm not a fan of the chirp wheel at all. Another thing that may surprise you, that I thought was a waste of money, is the Talon barbell collars from PRX. So shout out to PRX. I am a fan of them, of PRX and what they do. But the Talon barbell collar, in my opinion, and yes, I did try it. They sent me a Talon barbell collar when they first came out with them. They're like, oh, it's based off of the slap bracelet. And this is before Justin took over as president, right? So they've been out. This has been out for a while. They're $10.99, and normally they're $21.99. Right now they're $10.99, and that's $10 too expensive. So the idea is like it goes on easy, comes off easy, right? What I don't like about it is that they show the video. In the video, they show it. Like they're like doing some Olympic lifting, and the plates don't move. Well, I'm going to tell you, I got it here to the house, put some plates on there. I want to say 225 with steel plates. And I just stood up with it and dropped it from the top like I was dropping a deadlift. And after I did that 2 times, I could see that the collars were walking down the sleeve. Now, they say that if your plates start to slide, I'm going to, right here. So if your plates start to slide, your talons they're dirty. So you need to dampen your finger by passing under running water and then moisten the grippy side of the talon with your finger. Put dish detergent on it. Basically, wash the talon, okay? Okay, I hear that. I'm telling you, this happened to me with them fresh out of the box. And they sent it to me for free, okay? And I said, I cannot recommend this product. They said, well, let's send you out another one because maybe that one's defective. They sent out another one. Same result. So somebody out there may have used the Talon barbell collars and had great success with them. And I'm just telling you, no matter that, I use them and I consider them to be a waste of money. I didn't pay anything for it, and I still thought it was a waste of money, okay? Another product that I am 100% against is the Hyperice Hyperice X shoulder. So I'm in general a fan of Normatec products because they're wearable, compression, wearable, heat. They're great for recovery. Okay. And I have the Hyperice knee, Hyperice X for your knee. And I'm a huge fan of that product, right? I mean, huge fan. It looks like a gas mask, but it's awesome. So it basically looks like the shoulder one, but it's on your knee. So you see how that looks like a gas mask? So I had high hopes, and I paid for this with my HSA card, or HSA funds, at the end of the year. It shows up, and I cannot comment on whether this product does what it's supposed to do because it only comes in one size, and that size apparently is for little people. You may notice that none of the people in this ad look like they lift weights. I say this a lot. I'm not the biggest or strongest person that I know, but I'm not a little person either. And when I got this product in, it did not fit. I couldn't put it on. So I messaged Hyperice and I said, hey, does this thing come in more than one size? Because the one that y'all sent me doesn't fit. They said, no. They said, we do have like basically the equivalent of like a seatbelt extender. Like like some people have to use on an airplane. But they said they couldn't guarantee that that would fit me. I was like, so basically you made something for athletes for their shoulder, but you only made it for like tennis players or whatever. I mean, like, seriously, that makes no sense. That I still don't understand it. I'm like, some of the people, okay, baseball players have shoulder issues, right? Baseball players are big. I mean, not all of them, but a lot of them are really big. They could not wear the Hyperice X shoulder. Why would you make a product that doesn't fit the people who need it most? Complete way, horrible gift. Don't buy it for me, and I wish I hadn't bought it for myself. I 100% do not approve of the Hyperice, the Chirp Wheel, or the PRX Talon barbell collars. Okay, so, and I'm suspicious of 3D printed cup holders. Just get a drink spotter. All right, now, so it is 10 after 8. Shout out to the Mountain Time Zone. Shout out to the 3,648 of you who are watching. As I told you guys, this is going to be a shorter show today because I got to get out of here to go and drop off Naomi's gift to be wrapped. Because I'm not good at wrapping gifts. So let me just tell you, shout out to my guy Corey Sanchez from On the Warpath for coming in and helping make this show a success. And next week, yes, the day after Christmas, I'm gonna have Jake Jaworski on with me. Jake's gonna help me close out the year, and he's gonna give us a home gym con wrap up. So basically, we're gonna kind of like do like a after action on Home Gym Con 2025 in Louisville. As you guys may notice, I didn't have Jake on. You know, normally I'll have him come on after Home Gym Con, and I didn't have him come on because I wanted to wait on purpose to close out the year with him. So Jake's going to be on next week, and we're going to talk about Home Gym Con 2025, lessons learned, the feedback he's gotten about it, and then he's going to give a preview of Home Gym Con 2026. Okay, so you guys make sure you do not miss that. My goal is to make it so enticing that we actually get Carlos to go to Home Gym Con for the first time. So you guys make sure you're here and make sure y'all peer pressure Carlos so that he agrees to come to Home Gym Con. Okay. One other thing is Naomi has done an updated assessment. She did it on the Ike. That's going to be dropping this. Potentially, it's dropping Saturday, but it's most likely going to drop next week. So you guys keep an eye out for that. It's going to show her progress. She's already shot the entire video, but it's going to show her progress. Since her initial assessment, you guys may know that Naomi's lost a ton of weight. And so it's going to show her progress. And then it also showed areas where she still needs to improve because she wants to continue to, losing weight wasn't the goal. The goal was to become more athletic and be a better triathlete. And so it's showing like areas where she needs to improve. And also she is trying to increase her deadlift. So that's another goal that she has. So you guys watch out for that. All right. And that's pretty much it. So till next week, you guys keep on sharing the links, keep on posting in the community section, and keep stacking days. All right. Appreciate it. Peace out.